Joe Carnahan, the director who brought us the A-Team movie in 2010, Smoking Aces in 2009, and The Grey, a film that did not have Liam Neeson fighting wolves as advertised. Now, Joe Carnahan brings us Boss Level, a high-octane action extravaganza starring Crossbones himself, Mr. Frank Grillo. Now check this out. Whoever holds the rights to the Max Payne film, please, 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 I beg you to make a new Max Payne movie directed by David Fincher, written by Sam Lake, and starring Mr. Frank Grillo himself before it's too late.
It was already a difficult task.
Boss Level is about a man, and this man has to relive the same day repeatedly. He doesn't know why he has to relive the same day, but after many trial and error attempts, he figures out a way to piece together all of the events that led him to this excruciating moment in his life. Joe is the man's name, and exacting revenge is his game. Joe needs to get in touch with the man at the head of the table, Colonel Calvin Ventor, played by Mel Gibson. He has access to the Osiris Spindle, a powerful device capable of putting someone in an infinite time loop. Also, the Osiris Spindle holds enough energy to destroy the entire freaking world. The film plays out like a video game, and it even begins with a character selection screen. There are a series of action sequences where flamboyant characters attempt to kill Roy. These eccentric characters are random assassins hired by Ventor. Not all of the killers get an equal amount of screen time, so it's evident that some stick out more than others. One of my favorite characters within the film is Guan Yin, played by Selena Lo. I think Guan Yin gets more time to shine versus the other characters. Selena Lo did a fantastic job as a deadly sword-wielding assassin who loves to say the line,
I am Guan Yin, and Guan Yin has done this.
The only other killer that sort of sticks out is Pam, played by Meadow Williams. Pam has quite a few humorous scenes with Roy. One moment that comes to mind is when Roy and Pam have a conversation about an overly expensive Walter PPK. There are funny moments scattered throughout the film. You could even say that the whole movie is a comedy because even the characters that don't get a lot of screen time have their funny moments. I was surprised at how many identifiable actors I recognized here. For instance, we have Will Sasso from Mad TV fame, or at least that's where I remember him from. Sasso plays a self-serious security guard named Brett. I thought Will Sasso did a fantastic job playing a tough guy, even though I felt that Bill Goldberg should have played his part. I believe Will Sasso did his job to channel his inner Goldberg. And you know what? I think Will Sasso played this role convincingly. Honestly, it was hard for me not to look at Will Sasso's character and not see Bill Goldberg. Another recognizable actor here is Naomi Watts, who plays Gemma Wells, Roy's ex-girlfriend. Gemma works for Ventor and is the lead technologist overseeing the Osiris Spindle. Watts plays her character as straightforward as possible. The only reason Gemma Wells is here is to give Roy a reason to go after Ventor and give him an emotional backstory. Roy's backstory is vibrant enough, and it does add some layers to this testosterone-filled action extravaganza that is also a comedy.
She did that to me 14 times before I finally got her timing down.
Overall, I think that this is a great movie. It's fun, it has some interesting characters, the action is enjoyable, and I think that's because of Joe Carnahan. He did a fantastic job directing this motion picture extravaganza. The one thing that does bother me about this movie is the constant voiceover from the main character. It's one of those circumstances where the voiceover makes sense in explaining how Roy feels and the situation at hand, but I still believe that it genuinely overstays its welcome. It falls into those cliches of explaining things to its audience while at the same time visually showing us the thing described. And I'm not too fond of that kind of stuff. I think every actor did their job in believably presenting their character. There were some characters that I did enjoy watching more than others, but I do feel like they all had their own unique personalities. I was kind of disappointed by the end of the movie because the movie is called Boss Level, and you would expect that with a title like that, we'd have a boss level fight by the end. And I don't think it delivered.
It's a younger man's game. I mean, I can't. I used to be able to do that stuff easy, but I can't do that stuff anymore. I know I had one fight sequence with Frank, and a couple of times I'm like, get the stunt guy in here.
However, if you think about it while watching the movie or after experiencing it, you start to realize that the film diverts from its usual stick towards the end, and it becomes more emotionally layered. I accepted the movie's heartwarming parts because it adds another level of stakes to this already fun, immersive experience. So, if you're looking for a good time with a cast of characters that I think are pretty memorable, then look no further, because I haven't had this much fun with an action movie since, let me think, Mission Impossible Fallout in 2018.